I guess when I'm off, I'm always thinking of creative ways to take not just my fights, but just boxing period to the next level. Because as of right now, I'm the face of boxing, and I want the sport of boxing to live on. So I always want to be involved and be a part of the sport. So I'm always trying to come up with different creative ideas. That's what it's about.
When you walk through, like when you come out here today and you look at the way the setup is and everything that's going on, do you critique it and say, hey, here's how we can make it better next time as you're even there?
Well, if I see something that I feel that's if I see something that I can tweak and take to the next level, absolutely. It's always about going to that next level. It's always about trying to be the best that you can be, not just inside the ring, but outside the ring. Because I look at things in a point of view as long term. I'm looking into things at long term. Not just now when my career is over. I want to be able to take JD on Love to the next level. I want to take Linnell to the next level. I want to take my team to that next level. So the sport of boxing can live on. I've done this my whole life, and this is what I love to do.
Floyd, this is your first event with Showtime, first pay-per-view experience. How's the experience been so far in the weeks?
Well, my thing is this. I don't try to focus on that. I just do what I've been doing. Pushing myself to the limit, training hard, and just staying focused. I don't try to focus on I have a new contract, so let me change something different. Obviously, I've done something right thus far to get to this level, so I just try to just stay positive, continue to work hard, and just be ready to do what I got to do when it comes to work time.
Are you happy with the documentary CBS done?
I think CBS done a tremendous job. CBS, of course, they done a tremendous job. Of course, with the Final Four, which going to the Final Four, that wasn't my idea. So, like I said before, my team is still coming up with creative ideas. I'm not just doing things by myself. My team come up with creative ideas, or they'll ask me, Floyd, what do you think about this? Because I look at everything as a consumer. I'd be like, yay and nay. And it's more like, we had the 30 Days in May. I think that documentary was marvelous. And then CBS done another one where you went back on my life. So I think everything is playing out like it should play out.
Did you have any input into the documentary that ran last Saturday? Because there was stuff about your incarceration and things that were not positive.
Oh, well, we talked about that. I mean, things. I feel like me being incarcerated was just an obstacle, something that that's in your way, and it was a minor setback for a major comeback. So things happen, but when it's all said and done, like I always say, only God can judge me.
No, but my point was that you had it in the documentary. I don't know if you had.
Well, of course we know. I mean, of course, no. I don't think nobody's life is. I think everybody goes through ups and downs. I don't think nobody has a perfect life. And so that's just that just happened to be a part of my life. That is something that was I was faced with before in my life. So only thing I can do is just take the good with the good, take the bad with the bad.
Floyd, how much does a man have in your father in your camp, and in what ways have you reconnected with him?
Just more like there's certain things my dad may see in the camp. Certain things my dad may see. And my dad only wants the best for me. And I just don't want to make the same mistakes that I made in the Cotto fight. I think that I was probably overworked for the Cotto fight. I probably think I trained too hard for the Cotto fight. Whereas this fight, I make sure I got more rest this fight. Whereas in the Cotto fight, I didn't really get too much rest. It was just a lot of training. Where my dad is saying, you know what? You need to rest, and when you rest, you come back and box in the gym, you're going to look a lot better, and he was right.
Did you need the rest because of your age, or just because of,
I mean, I think it don't matter, really what's the age. I think any athlete that's competing at the highest level, body has to rest. So, I don't think it's really an age thing. I think if you're young, and it's just like a small child can run around all day. And then eventually the child gonna go to sleep, so the child can get rest. Because the child wakes up early, the child gonna sit right there and kind of be calm and not give you give you all that wild energy.
But you've been legendary for your conditioning and for doing crazy camps for your whole career. So that, you know.
But I done more boxing for the. I done more boxing for the Cotto camp. I was coming to the gym boxing. One day I boxed 12 rounds. Next day I boxed another 12. Then I come back and box at 10. And we talking about this all within 5 days. So, you know, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt overtrained for a fight before?
I'm just thinking that's what it was for the Cotto fight. But even I shouldn't even been making the mistakes that I was making. I'm a better fighter. I'm a better fighter than I was in the Cotto fight. I wasn't the best Floyd Mayweather, but I'm not here to cry or complain. I got the job done under any conditions, so we're here today for a reason.
Do you think that's going to make it easier for you having more fights under this contract? You're required to fight more often.
Well, I don't really try to
shape?
focus on the contract. Everybody always talking about the contract.
No, but the number of fights. Fighting more regularly might help you with that.
Well, I think it's like anybody. If you're in a 3-point shooting contest and you got a guy that's shooting, you know, if he's in a 3-point shooting contest 4 or 5 times a year, whereas another guy is in a 3-point shooting contest once a year, the guy that's in it 3 or 4 times gonna be a lot sharper. So, do I want to stay active and stay busy? Absolutely, because I want to give you guys, you know, I mean, the more busier I am, the sharper I'm gonna be, and camp don't have to be as long.
Yeah.
You know, because in the past my camp used to be 4 weeks, you know, 6 weeks at the 6 weeks. But you know, now camp is a lot longer because, you know, I'm taking so much time off, you know, going into this fight, taking a year off, you know, but this camp that we had this time has been tremendous, you know. I feel good. I'm ready to go out there and perform. You know, my body looks a lot better, probably the best it's ever looked. And you know, this is what I do. You know, I've been here 17 years now, and I feel that we put in certain positions for certain reasons.
Based on what you just said, assuming you fight in September.
What do you think? You think it?
I thought you looked good. If you fight in September, are you saying then you could probably go with a 6.5, 7 week camp?
Well, I'm fighting in September. You know, I'm fighting in
Could
September.
you go with a camp that short? Is that part of the plan?
I probably don't want to. You know, I think that this camp right here has been my best camp thus far. You know, I think so.
Why do you think that is?
I just think so. This camp has been good. You know, this camp has been good and very, very positive. We always try to, you know, have a positive camp so everything can flow smooth. And I feel good. I'm just ready to fight.
Floyd,
Marcus Corley said that, well, Robert's saying that southpaw style gives you problems, but the Marcus said that he's totally missing the mark. He says he neither has my power nor Zab Judah's speed. Is he off the mark? What is your take on that?
You know, this guy has done a hell of a job also with the promotions. You know, with promoting. This guy has done a good job. You know, I can't knock him. And the thing is this, you know, do I feel bad about the situation that his wife went through? Absolutely. But we're here to, you know, we're not here to, you know, I think that trying to gain fans by having a sympathy story every week I don't think that's a good thing. But I'm glad that his wife was able to beat the leukemia. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel nobody should go through a situation like that, but we all go through certain things. Our mothers go through certain things, our fathers, our loved ones go through certain things. And I just feel like just to gain fans, using your wife's story, using a sympathy story, but I don't think that's a great thing what happened to her. I'm glad that she was able to beat leukemia, which is a great thing, and I'm glad that them two have a great bond. But I don't like every week it's like basically they keep selling the same story, selling the same story. You know, it's time to talk about, you know, something different, because the main thing that he needs to really be focused on at this particular time is he's going away to do time after the fight. So, you know, the same way they was pointing the finger and talking trash about me, you know, now you have to go sit down and do time.
Floyd,
When was the first time you became aware of him as a boxer? How long ago?
I mean, I probably heard his name before. Probably, you know.
But he wasn't a guy that was on the top of your mind.
I don't really, you know, I know, you know, certain names I know, you know, Pacquiao, I know Zab, Judah, you know, because I'm in a whole new era of fighters.
But you're a promoter, so you should know these guys.
Yeah, I'm older, but if you ain't really making no crazy noise, no crazy noise. Yeah, but I seen him when he fought Andre Berto, and he done what he had to do. You know, the thing is this, he was a good grappler.
So the funny thing, he should be an MMA, right? So the funny thing is, he had been calling you out for 2 or 3 years. I mean, this is, you know, we were all saying, and you weren't even aware of it. So he's making that.
Kevin, who haven't been calling me out? They called me out from the highest weights to the lowest weights. I mean, everybody calls out Floyd Mayweather. You know, when you're at the pinnacle of the sport, you should expect that. That comes with the territory.
Do you think you put them? You know, like, I think of some of your fights, you know, you really got in the guy's head. Corrales' fight was really a great example of how, you know, he was kind of melting almost before the fight started. Do you think you've managed to do that to him? You haven't put the heat on him like I've seen you do with other guys.
I'm just waiting to go out there to perform. You know, I just want to go out there to perform. You know, we all know trash talking don't win fights. And I mean, he came out. What's so crazy is, like, I mean, I was thinking about I was telling somebody this the other day. I think when we was doing an interview, when he was like, basically, hey, close that door, close that door. He was like, Mayweather handpicks his opponent. Mayweather handpicks his opponents. Then you see him another time saying Mayweather's a great fighter, so I guess he's a great fighter, so I guess I'm a great handpicker. But the thing is this, I feel like I earned my stripes to get to this point in my career. I earned my stripes. And if I want to pick and choose at this particular time, I feel like it's my prerogative. I feel like I can if I want to.
Why did you pick him then?
He's my mandatory.
That was it?
And he's my mandatory, then I guess, you know, he's done something right thus far.
Dave was referencing, you know, how you said my body looks great, and he said he did.
How it look, Dave?
So I saw there was a picture on the internet of you that you took at your house after you got out of jail, and you know you had hair, and you looked like you were like a freaking monster in that thing. Are you that big now? And why did you get so big when you were?
Well, and I think when I was incarcerated, I think my body got big because I was just sitting in a room every day reading magazines. I said, of course, my lawyer Shane come and see me every day. But you know, that's how I was able to get through it, because he was coming to me every day talking to me about positive things. So what I do is, you know, of course, when I was incarcerated, I was locked up 23 hours a day, and you get an hour out by yourself, no contact with no other inmates. So what I was doing at first, I was like, I look when I go take a shower, I look through the door, through the doors, and I see some of the inmates kind of cut up. I'm like, damn, how you get big like that here? And he said he'd been here 3 years. So I was like, and I could hear the guys working out. You could hear them working out in their rooms. So I just bought a deck. I went to the commissary. I got a deck of cards when I ordered my food. I got a deck of cards. So I just went through the deck. At first, I was just doing a push-up. I don't know what number I was at. I don't know the exact number because it's been a while now. Doing push-ups. So then I went to going through the deck twice. Then eventually I went to going through the deck 3 times a day. And then my jacket, you know, my outfit that you wear, the outfit that they give you, started fitting tight. So I'm like, damn, they don't got no mirror. So I don't know if so then I think it was like a day before I was gonna go home, I took off my shirt, and all the inmates was like, they're looking through the world like, I was like, I must have got bigger. But I can't tell, I don't know.
Your traps were like really
So
big.
all I was doing was just doing push-ups just every day, just doing push-ups every day. And you should have told me I got bigger, Shane, you didn't tell me.
I didn't think it was a bad thing.
Was there a discernible difference in, because you haven't made 47 since Ortiz, it's been over a year and a half ago.
I know my weight is, you know, every day, you know, like today, I'm not gonna shake out today. My weight is made, I feel good. I've never really had no problem making a weight
You were
out.
drinking that sugary Coke last night.
I feel if you work hard, you can play hard. So I'm just happy. You know, you guys been writing for me. You know, you guys been writing stories about me when I was just on the undercards. You know, and I just think back when I was on the undercards, and I was just like, hopefully someday it's going to be me, which it didn't take that long because I became the main event after like 7 fights to 8 fights. But it's been a long road. It's been a great road, and I'm just happy. You know, I'm just happy with my team, my family, and everybody that's, you know, supporting me. I feel good. I feel strong, and you guys gonna see how I'm gonna perform May 4th.
Can you talk about your promotional company for a while? Over the last year or so, you've really picked up a lot of fighters, and we've seen them stacked all over your card. What's your long-term goals?
My long-term goals is to hopefully have a fighter surpass me. As long as I'm a part of it, you know, I want to be a part of a fighter, you know, going to the pinnacle. Who don't want to be a part of, you know, a fighter going to the top? You know, I love to be a part of it. Only thing I can do is keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best, and constantly put them in the best position possible. That's what it's about, putting them in the best position possible. Like I preach to them all the time. We sit down and I talk to them. I tell them about my life. I tell them about I learned things at an early age, and I want to help the young fighters, you know. And I just, like I said before, I always tell the fighters, I see it from both sides, as far as a promoter and a fighter, because I can see it out of the same vision they see it out of, because I fight just like they fight. See, Don King can't see it from a fighter's point of view. Bob Arum can't see it from a fighter's point of view, because they're not fighters, they're just promoters. To whereas I believe in a fighter winning in the long run. That's what I believe in.